What's up, my people? You are watching The Homeless Empire, and I am today's host, the lyrical genius Black Titanium. And today's topic is, it's a couple of topics. I want to talk about white people being pathological and the gentrification of black people. But first, we're going to talk about the pathology of white people. First, people hear the word pathological and they think that means liar. The first word comes to your mind is liar. But a pathological is somebody who's very persistent with anything they do. I mean, extremely persistent to the point of being pathological about it, to the point where they start believing the things that they are doing is correct and nobody can tell them different. And I'm going to tell you the ways that white people are pathological. Well, the reason why they are pathological is because is basically to keep their white supremacist system intact, for fear that somebody else the world will fall under a different ruler, for fear that their reign is going to come to an end, which is inevitable anyway. What's bound to happen is bound to happen, because you can't go around the world making mischief and killing people and stealing all the money and just committing heinous crimes and acts of genocide and don't think that the world is not going to turn against you. Basically, okay, so, but white people are pathological when they want to attack a nation, or on a broader scale, when they want to attack a nation or when they want to kill a nation, they basically engage. They live their lives by the rules of engagement, so they'll engage the nation that they want to bow down or succumb to their trickery, their technology or whatever. And basically, if you don't bow down to their system, they're going to either start a war with you, or they'll have somebody else they'll start a war between you and somebody else, and they'll basically finance that somebody else in order to have them win, so that they can come back and occupy the land and rape and pillage the land. And y'all know the story. You've heard it, you've seen it. They showed you on TV with Iraq and every other nation. But what you have to understand is their pathological, their tactics. Like if they attack an individual, they're basically, y'all gotta excuse me, I got the agents around me right now. The white man that sent the agents, and they basically trying to monitor what you're saying. That's like Dr. Umar Johnson said. That's what they do. They try to study. They engage like that too. They try to study and capitalize off your genius. So I'm dealing with, as I told you in previous videos, I've been dealing with that. So, but nevertheless, back to the essence of the conversation. When they attack an individual, it's to the point whenever the feds attack you, they want to deprive you of the rights to live. And their ultimate tactic, their ultimate goal, is to get you to commit suicide. And if they can't get you to commit suicide, they'll try to get you in prison. Just like I said, they'll send all type of agent provocateurs at you. So, but what I'm trying to say is that there's no cure. Only cures to their diseases is death and mental institutions. They are very sick people, man. Very sick people, and they're so sick that they've infected every other culture with their sickness. This is what you got to understand, and this is what you got to be careful of, because they can actually turn you into them. And I see it in the people. If you watch your environment, you'll see it in the people around you. This is what you got to understand. They are very pathological people, and their sickness is so deep that it infects it's like a virus, and it spreads amongst every other culture. I'm dealing with it right now. They've sent agents, all type of agents at me, agent provocateur niggas that act like they street niggas, and they be straight snitches. Real talk. That's why I'm not socialized. But like I was saying, back to the essence of what I was saying, there's no cure to their diseases. The only cure to their diseases is death and mental institutions. But we're going to get back to that in another video. Right now, I want to go to the second topic, the gentrification of black people. And this is something that can be cured. But all black people got to do is work on this. A lot of black people have chosen to be gentrified. They've chosen to alienate themselves from one another. They've chosen to. It can be cured. Excuse me, I'm dealing with technical difficulties. The environment. You know, like I told you, when they attack you, one of their ways of attacking me is having the immigrants bring their children, because they know that I can't see my children. They do this every day. That's one of the Illuminati puppet shows. You feel me? So when you hear that surroundings, that's what I'm dealing with. That's one of the white man's tactics, because, like I said, he infects every other culture with his virus. And he makes them participate because they have to participate, because, like I said, they could be deported. They got to snitch for a green card. They got to snitch for somebody to be imported. So they can't be trusted, even though they don't want to. They make them participate. This is what you got to understand. That's why I like to have them around, because I learn from that too. You feel me? So that's basically what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a sick people who infect every other culture with their virus. But like I said, they gotta when the people that they use, they could be deported. They gotta snitch for a green card. They gotta snitch not to be deported, and they gotta snitch to have somebody imported. They got too many real reasons why they have to snitch. They don't want to, but just because somebody don't have to, don't want to, but they do, that means they're still detrimental to your health. So you got to be careful with that too. You got to look out for that too. So understand what I'm saying. But anyway, like I said, back to the essence of what I was saying, the gentrification of black people. Many black people have chosen to be gentrified. They alienate themselves from their people. Oh, I'm not fucking with black people. I'm not dealing with them. This is not good, because what they do it's all part of the process of self-hatred. When the people hate themselves, they reach out to every other culture to be accepted on a social status, to the point where they will do their own people dirty to be accepted. So this is why you see a lot of black people that be friends with other cultures, and they be looking up to them and respecting them more than they respect their own race, because that's part of the process of self-hatred. That's one of the symptoms. A lot of people don't know the symptoms to self-hatred. This is why whenever you see black woman in a relationship with a white man or any other culture, she'll be submissive towards that culture, towards that man in that other culture. But if she's dealing with a black man, she try to punk you and everything. And vice versa. When the black man, same thing. You see him going out with a different culture of a woman, he'll pay her bills and everything. But if he going out with a black woman, he'll try to lay up on her and everything. It goes both ways. It's a two-way road, man. And this is what you have to realize. But this is why I'm talking about gentrification, because we have reached a stage where many black people have chosen to be gentrified. They alienate themselves from their people, and you see them all over the place to the point where you walk by them. If you walk by them in a white neighborhood or a white city or a different city, they'll be pressured not to even talk to you, especially women. They walk by, they can't even talk to you because they feel it's like a sick, twisted thinking. And this is something that could be cured because basically all it takes is a people to start loving themselves. Like Dr. Umar Johnson said, if you unite with your people, if you woke up one morning and you united with your people, you would have a brand new reality tomorrow. A brand new reality. You got to understand what he's saying when he say a brand new reality. It would change immediately. Real talk. And this is what you got to understand. I see whole cities of black people gentrified, especially where I'm at now. White man fucking the shit out of all the black women that look like something. Real talk. Because like I said, it's a government city and there ain't many black people out where I'm at. This shit is like 1% population. And then the rest is like, you might have 3% other cultures and then the rest is white. But this is why I come to locations like this, because to do surveys, you got to study your enemy like your enemy study you. And this is why I'm saying you can't just sit home at home playing Xbox all day or trying to be preoccupied with sports and entertainment and dancing the lollipop rap and all that shit. That shit, you get too consumed with that shit, you will become oblivious and you'll become delusional. Real talk. Well, my thing is, gentrification is something that can be cured. All you gotta do is start loving yourself, and then you'll start loving your people. You'll start loving your people. A lot of us don't love our people because, and when you hate yourself, it's emphatically impossible to love anything or anybody else, even your own children. And this is why you see a lot of black women, they drop their children right off into the hands of their own enemies. I look around the shelter system, the homeless are getting younger and younger. And a lot of people see, they don't even pay attention to the shutdown of the government. Don't even know what's about, they don't even know the effects that's about to have. They just walk around like, I got a little money, I'm straight. Not for long. Not for long. If you only knew what's about to happen to that ass. Because we moving into a whole different phase of life. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Where life as you used to know it is going to become obsolete. It's going to become obsolete. Because when they lay down martial law, that means you're going to have to go to home and to work, from work to home. All that partying shit, the party is going to be over with. All that entertainment shit is going to be over with. They just trying to keep you, they letting you get that to subdue you right now. Understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people out here are so delusional that they let everybody else use their brains for them. When they created the digital world, that made people lazy in the mind. A lot of niggas don't read no more or nothing because everything is at the press of a finger now. At your fingertips, you can press the button and just see it visual. Everybody want to see it visual. But they don't read no more or nothing, don't do no research. You know what people do? They go online to social media and they look at the comments and they go off that. They put their spin on it off the comments. This is how they influence. This is how they use their brains. A lot of people do that. Oh, that's what I was thinking too. And it causes you to be codependent upon idiots. Real talk. You start listening to all type of idiots without doing research or nothing. That's like people go to church, they listen to the pastor, and they ain't crack open the Bible in years. But back to the essence of what I'm saying. The gentrification of black people was something that can be cured, man. If you start loving yourself, you'll start being polite to your people. You'll start loving your people. You start seeing your people in a different light. I'm looking at whole cities of people who walk by each other and don't even speak to each other. But when they get to a white man or they get to another culture, they got smiles and everything, smiles and hugs, all type of shit for them. But when they look at you, it's with contempt in their eyes, and they walk past because they hate themselves. When they looking at the mirror, they looking in the mirror whenever they look at you. So whenever they see somebody that got same skin color, they hate that. It triggers bad feelings and bad memories within their mind state. Everything that's in the subconscious mind state is pushed to the forefront. And this is what causes gentrification. People to alienate themselves from each other. People to alienate themselves from their families. Black people have all of those problems. They may put on a facade in public, but I guarantee you, if you could be a fly on the wall behind closed doors, you'd be surprised at some of these niggas. At a lot of them. This is what you got to understand. But with that being said, you are watching The Homeless Empire, and I am today's host, the lyrical genius Black Titanium. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'm going to be back at you with a wealth of knowledge. It don't stop until the casket drop. Peace.